myself though.
It's got to be Zoom. Try again.
Hi everybody. Let me actually mute that. Okay, how about that? Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, not really. Anywho, it doesn't matter. That's fine. I'm just gonna end that. Hi everybody. Welcome to our shenanigans of the day. Right? Excuse me. It's been a week. So welcome back to Making Tech Simple, where we de-chaos your backend and automate with heartbeats. I'm Colleen McCartney, and if you've ever felt like your business is one big game of guess what's working, you're gonna love today's training.
Yes. So today we are going to be looking at dashboards. And
come in and introduce yourself, Kate. This is Kate McCartney.
Jumping right in. I am Kate McCartney. I'm one of the head nerds here at Nerdly. And I have had the pleasure to dive deep into dashboards over the last several months and start really understanding how to put the widgets together to be able to actually track usable data in your system.
Awesome. And today we're turning dashboards from intimidating tech things into your favorite clarity tool, right? And I feel you. Numbers and things, not my jam, right? I like big pictures. So let's talk about the two types of business owners that we see most often, right? We have the ones who are just refreshing Stripe, hoping that they see sales. And then we got the ones that checking dashboards to see where to push or pause. Like, where are my people, right? Like actually seeing them move through the journey, seeing the activity happen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I used to open up reports and felt wildly overwhelmed. I felt like I needed a PhD to understand. And now I love dashboards, y'all. Like, they're not just data, right? They're decisions. And they're really powerful when you actually understand them. And I'm so glad that Kate has been diving into these, because it is such a powerful shift when you actually are knowing where all the bits and pieces, like what is making the impact, not just like how you feel, right? Y'all know me. I got all the feels, right? But dashboards are math, and math doesn't have feelings. It's just going to tell you what is, right?
Yeah.
So let's take a little mindset moment, right? I want to get this out of the way. You do not need to be, good with numbers to use a dashboard, right? Your dashboard is like the instrument panel of your car, right? I don't know how to fix my car, but I know how to make sure that it's got gas in the tank. And if something sounds funny or a light goes off, I bring it into the repair shop, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of like if you have a fitness tracker, you're going to use it to check your steps and your heart rate. We're going to use dashboards like our business tracker. We're allowed to get curious, but we're not going to criticize anything, because like Colleen was saying, we're just looking for numbers, because numbers don't lie. Numbers don't have feelings. They just give us information that we can use to make decisions.
I love it, right? And it's not even about being a data person, right? I know a lot of people have been like, oh, well, I'm not really a data person. Like, it's really giving your business a voice, right? That's your business in real-time translation, right? And this is why I love talking with the robots. Like, it's really, really helpful to just see what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to want to grab the workbook. I'm really excited about it. Like, we went all out. Like, you could fully build out all your dashboards with this workbook and today's training. I'm super stoked about it, right?
Yeah.
We walk you through everything step by step. And you don't have to fill it out right now, right? That's the biggest thing to remember. Like, you don't have to do your whole dashboard, all things, all at one time.
No.
Right? So I know, because Kate, it can take a little bit of time to build these out.
For sure, because you really do need to know what data points you're tracking. You need to make sure they're in your system, and then you build the dashboard from there. And one thing I love about the way that we've been crafting dashboards is we have one for each step of our customer journey. So we can track how's the lead gen going, how's the onboarding going, how's the retention going, and we can break it into little chunks that give us snippets of data without this one huge, overwhelming set of data points.
Right? Like, what's one thing in your business you wish you could make more confident decisions about? Right? What's one aspect of your business that you wish you could have more clarity about, right? Start thinking about that. Put that in the comments. We want to know, like, what are the pieces that you want to make more confidence, or, maybe it's, I want to invest in my business. Am I in a place to do that, or hire somebody, or all these other things? Because as you grow your business, you're going to be being put in positions and ask questions and having to look at things that maybe not have been on your bingo card for that year, but you are running a business that is successful and it's growing, and now you have to do new things, right? And this is how you can prepare yourself for that growth so that you can continue to navigate and lead your business with confidence, right? That's what this is about. It's about having the confidence of knowing what is real right now in your business, right? So exactly. Let's be real. Like, this is my favorite. So most of us start building the dashboard from a panic of, like, I need a sales number, or why aren't people booking, or I'm getting calls but this isn't happening, or people are opting in but they're not booking. Like, there's what decision do I want to make with confidence, right? Like, that's really it. It's understanding the data that you're looking at. So that really comes back to mapping out your customer journey.
Yeah. So you can ask yourself, do I know which of my lead magnets are actually working, or am I just frantically creating new ones all the time and, throwing spaghetti at the wall, and I have no idea how many people are actually getting them or if they're converting anything? Do I know where my sales calls are dropping off? Do I know who on my team needs support? There are a lot of different things we can look at, and your system is collecting all this data for you. It's just a matter of capturing it and putting it in an easy to read format.
Yeah. And most people, like myself, we just jump right into the tool and we're like, let's go build stuff. All day. But really, if you don't know your customer journey, then it's like building IKEA furniture without instructions. Like, you have no idea what you're doing. Like, I'll figure it out. You want me to go do some woodworking? Sure. I can do a cutty cut on a wood and glue and a nail and a screw thing, but it ain't gonna look pretty. It may not be super functional, but I can do the boop bops.
Yeah, exactly. So as we take a look at our dashboards, we're going to think of these like a map, from awareness of your, people first getting that first touch with you, all the way through to your offboarding processes. And then once you know those stops, you can track who's getting stuck, where, and you can start to identify the whys and then start to fix them. That's the biggest thing. And if this feels tricky or overwhelming, don't worry. We do this all day long. So you can always book a wireframe session with us, and we'll just help you map out that soup to nuts of the whole journey that you really want to take your customers and leads through.
So I know, Kate, there's different widget types and stuff. Like, what are we able to track and see? Because I know, as high level is, right? Like, it starts in skateboard mode. I know we are out of skateboard mode, but we're not quite driving a luxury vehicle in dashboard land yet.
Not quite. I was actually meeting with Kathy earlier, and we were like, man, we really, really wish we had widgets for bleh. And they're not quite there yet. But the good news is they're always getting expanded on. Can I share screen?
Yeah.
Am I able to do that? Where
you are?
Present. Look at that. Share my screen. Let's see what happens. We're getting weird here. Okay, sharing this one and jumping in. All right, can you see a dashboard here in front of me? Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to demo with one of our newer clients' accounts. This is a perfect one to demo with because there's pretty much no data in there yet. I know for many of you, this is like a dream scenario to be able to plan everything out before it's actually built in live. But if you've already jumped in and started doing, you may just have to retroactively build things, which, like I said, the data's in there. You just have to then extrapolate it. Okay. So real quick, like I was mentioning before, you can break your dashboards down into chunks, and we do like to do that by our customer journey. So we have an opportunity and leads dashboard. We have an email marketing dashboard to be able to see who's opening our emails, who's clicking on things, who's replying, and we can score them appropriately so we can see our most engaged people. So I'm going to just do like high level review right now, and then we can dive into this more specifically. If we're looking at payments and revenue, we can take a look at successful payments. How much money are we bringing in every month or every year? How many failed payments do we have? So we can track all of that right in our system, again, without having to go dig through the payments section. We can do one on appointments and tasks, so we know who's meeting with who, what kind of calendar sessions are you doing, who's converting all the way to actually showing up, who's not showing on your calls, and why might that be. And then what we're looking at here is a new dashboard that we're working on, actually, which is for a live event, where we're looking at how many people have registered, what kinds of tickets are they purchasing. So if we get into like that nitty gritty now, where are people registering from? So you can see we're still filling in some of these gaps here, but which lead magnets are they favoring? Which ones are converting better to get people over here? What source are they coming from? And this we're going to be using to track affiliates so that we can see which of this person's affiliate partners are bringing in the most leads, so we can track that. What are the top sources for registrants? Are they all coming through the funnel? Are they converting through ads? Are they converting through Facebook, organic materials, things like that?
But
go ahead.
So Kate, what are the decisions you can to make from these?
Oh my goodness, decisions we can make. Love that. That's a great question. So some of the decisions we can make from this data are which of our lead magnets are better performing. And if we have one that's not converting people and nobody's opting into it, we may take another look at the sales copy on there. We may decide to put a different lead magnet in there that converts a little bit better, so we can see which ones work well and which ones are flopping, and then be able to adjust what we're doing on that front end to be able to convert more people. If we can see, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Cut me off, because once I'm on a roll, I talk fast and I just keep going.
Well, I was gonna say, I know what everyone's gonna want to see. They're gonna want a live demo. So can we see you build a widget so we can actually? Because I also want to make sure we pull back that like fear mode, because a lot of people are afraid of stuff because they haven't seen it. They don't know where to click. And sometimes high level has weird loads, so you don't know. Maybe the thing didn't load that you need to click on, and
it is so
just
true.
Stare at the screen.
You're not wrong. Okay, wonderful. So yes, we can definitely take a look at that. We have our little edit dashboard button right up here in the corner. And when we click on that, that's going to give us the option to rename the board. That's helpful. Number one, rename your boards. We like to put little emojis in, so it's really quick visual for what we're looking for. And then we can just add a widget right here. And real quick, just in case you work on a team, if there's ever something that you want to have a dashboard that only you can view, you can go to manage permissions and determine who can see the data and who cannot from within your system. Let's go ahead and add a widget. So when we pop in here, we're going to see a lot of options. Your accounts in high level and in Nerdly come with these standard general widgets plugged into a dashboard already. These are helpful, but they're not editable. So just be aware of that. All these other ones, though, are fully customizable. So we have things for contacts where we can count different contacts. These other ones here are just like pre-filtered for you to make it a little bit easier to get into them. But let's go ahead and just build one out of counting contacts. Let's say I want to know how many contacts have opted into a lead magnet. All right. So what I'm going to do is click on the advanced settings. And again, don't let those words scare you. It's just letting you filter down a little bit more. So you can filter down to a date property based on different things that you have in your system already, and also any date custom fields that you have in here. So generally we look at either created on or updated on. Those are the two that you're going to live with most often. It will default to the dashboard date range, which you can see up at the top, which gives you about a month's worth of data starting from today and counting backwards. So if you want a static amount of time on here, then you can just click on the button here and you can say, I only want to see yesterday's numbers or today's or tomorrow's, or you can go into weeks, months, quarters, and even years, right? Or my favorite two to work with would be custom. So you can customize exactly how much time you want to put on there, or till date. So this one, instead of just looking at how many people registered or opted in the last 30 days, if we're looking at a live event, we may want to know in total up to this point, how many people have registered for this. So you might choose that one instead of just going with the dashboard date range. But the date range does give you a lot of flexibility because you can always just click it and update the dates and then see whatever time.
I like the ones that where it's like the past month, right? Because this way you're seeing the current, and it makes it really easy to just see different types of data, right? Like being able to see, because I like seeing trends, right? Because I don't like getting caught in the weeds, right? I don't want to look at, I want to see like, are they converting at this rate versus that rate? I want to see like month over month, like where are we in our trends? Are we still moving at a general pace? Because there's an ebb and a flow, right? Like I know most businesses are not at a constant like we're gaining 30%, we're going this, right? Because also, you know, we're humans. I don't know about y'all, but I am not at my best every single day, every day, all day. It's not real. You go through bouts, right? Where, you know, whether it's I'm out at burn, I'm not doing stuff for 2.5 weeks, right? Things get pulled back, or, you know, so you know that your business will ebb and flow. And I want to see the bigger picture, right? I don't want to know, like, did I have like the shittiest month ever and I already feel like shit, or something bad happened? I want to know, like, give me that bigger picture. Let me know, like, this year I have grown, right? Like, I want to see that my team's improving over the year, right? Like, because things will shift, right? You know, you have your launch periods, you have your onboarding times, right? All these different aspects come into play. So I really like looking at those bigger metrics. So just know that, like, especially when you're looking at this stuff, and like if you're new to dashboards, like it might take a minute. Especially if you have to go retroactively add bits and pieces in, like if you weren't tracking the source, the source, or you weren't tracking like which lead magnet or whatever you didn't have in there. So it might take you a little bit to build that back up, but it is totally, this is why we're so big on like customer journey mapping. Y'all, like, it is so necessary, because you literally don't even know what you don't know that you don't know. Right. And, you know, and I've heard this from people where even they're like, oh, my business is too small. Well, are you trying to grow your business? Is this a thing you would like to do? Okay, cool. Well, let's actually map it out. What is it going to look like? Right. And the other thing is, you got to remember, for your business to continue to grow, right? It's not just going to be a one-woman show, right? Like, you got to start thinking outside of yourself. And I know it's scary. Trust me, you have no idea how many times I can say words that Kate has had to like talk me back of like, what? Because, you know, running a team, growing our business, and you know, I thought I was just this nerd on playing on my computer, you know, like, hey, look, it's the people video game. Let's go. And it's totally doable. And it is far closer than you realize. So I'm really excited to dig into all this with you guys. I'm excited to see you guys actually being able to leverage these, right? And really get into them.
Yeah.
So, and if you're watching this and you're overwhelmed, just breathe. That is why we offer dashboard builds, because your time is better spent doing what you do best. I am not a dashboard builder. Everybody has their zone of genius. You want me to make different platforms talk to each other and do things and do the hokey pokey and shake themselves about? I can make that happen. But dashboards, I'm not going to build. So,
yeah, you know, coming from the teacher background, like data is everything. So I do love a good data mined dashboard here for sure. And I really like the point you're making about looking for overall trends, not getting stuck in the weeds of, oh, I only had 5 people register this month. Yeah, but how does that compare to the last 31 days? Maybe you only had 2 opt-in last month. So instead of getting stuck on a particular number, look at those trends. Because once you see that, let me go ahead and save this so we can see the widget pop up on here. It'll always pop up at the bottom. But you can see right here that there's been 18 people. Sorry. And all the way at the bottom, it'll give you a green or a red, either good or you went down. So that's even just a super quick check to see, are we in the green this month? Are we in the red? And if we're in the red, let's go ahead and take a minute with the team to analyze what's going on there. You know, you can get super nitty gritty with these when you click over to conditions. Actually, if I go back to configure, just know right now I've got just a single number. You can see the number here. If I want to see it as a donut chart or a line graph or a bar graph, I can certainly click on those as well, or I can look at it from a table view. And then once you click save, it'll update over here, and then it will give you more data about who they are and where they're at. And then again, over in the conditions, you can filter down to say, cool, I only want to see people assigned to this particular person in my account, or that have this particular tag, or that are, if I look at contact type, are these leads I'm looking at, or are they already my customers? So I can see who, again, which audience is opting in more. There's a whole bunch of different things. You can go to all the custom fields in your account and check through those. And then for some of these contacts, you can also track those UTM sources so you know exactly where they're coming from. So there's a whole lot you can do here.
And that is all just the native stuff, right? There's so much more we can do with custom widgets, being able to pull in Google Sheets. If you need more advanced stuff, I 10 out of 10 would recommend just book a done with you or done for you session with us because it is going to be it can take a lot to just, you know, push your way through if you're not familiar with it. But there's so much that you can do, right? Like we have different agencies we've worked with that they have a funnel on the dashboard, right? Like an actual funnel to take their customers, their clients through, right?
Yep,
I love
I'm
that.
just demoing stuff in the background here. So you can totally pull in Google Sheets.
I want to know if my business is growing or if I have a leak in the funnel that needs to be tightened up. That's exactly it, right? Because what if it's not the lead magnet itself that's the issue? What if it's your upsell page, right? What if they just got the disconnect there? Or, you know, what if you know, that'll also help you if you misalign things, whether it's with the tech or the words.
Yes.
So, all right. Do you have more on the demo, Kate?
I can stop here because I know we need to wrap up.
Okay, cool.
Just agreed with Colleen. We like to say, if you can dream it, you can build it. So if there are things you want to track and right now you're thinking, I have no idea what to even start looking at, book a session with us and we can talk through it with you.
Yeah. And if you love building and you want more clarity, download the workbook and finish it. DM our page on Facebook or Instagram, #dashboard, and we'll get you that info, or just comment on our live in our Facebook group while it's up. If you want the replay, it'll be in the Nerdly community because, you know, Facebook, doesn't let us keep these videos up anymore. So if this felt like a breath of clarity, celebrate it. Like you really took the first step towards running your business like a leader and not just a hustler, right? And keep filling in that workbook. Rewatch this. Ask questions. Book a call. You're not behind. You're just beginning to lead with visibility. And I say this because I was you. I as you. And remember, dashboards don't run your business. You do. But the right data helps you lead it with vision, not vibes. Like, I'm here for the vibes, but we're your business nerds. Let's get building. All right, that, I think we bid you adieu. And if you are nerdly in our nerdly community, we'll be in Zoom and can answer any questions you got on dashboards. Later, nerds.
Bye.